God Daddy's in the building, broadcasting live from many parts unknown. Joining me as always on the sticks, he's that bad dad of COD. You might know him as Muscle V, but we know him as Dixie.
Yo, yo.
And our associate producer and head of sales, the scariest Jew in Jewville, Boo Radley.
Ooh-tee.
And our executive producer, the man that shirts have forgotten. He is the Pants Man.
I'll have the Kung Pao chicken.
And you can feel free to ask me anything, for I am your king of COD. I am Jeeves, and I welcome you to another edition of Call of Daddy 2. Tonight, we do Fashion Week all in one night. But before we get to any of that, Muscle V, why don't you remind us what happened on our last episode?
Last time on COD Daddies. Our heroes celebrated another drinking episode by talking wine, with special guests Hot Soup and Stocks. Pantsman was missing once again. The heroes talked about their preference with wine, and we learned that the majority of our heroes are not big wine drinkers. Our heroes came up with the best places for you to drink wine outside of your own house, and as we all assumed, Muscle V won with his three choices, with Road Wine being the victor. Continuing Kill Battle 3, Wrath, the score stands as follows. Muscle V at 26, Jeeves at 26, and Hot Soup at 7. With snipers, we have some development here as well, with Muscle V at 32, Jeeves at 33, Switchback at 1, and Daddy at 0.5. Let's follow as the heroes continue their adventure.
Thank you, Muscle V. So, we got a lot to cover, short amount of time to do it. As discussed, we've brought four dudes together who absolutely know everything about clothes, talking fashion tonight. But before that, welcome back, Pants Man. You had a nice little hiatus last week. How you doing?
It was a nightmare.
Anything you care to share?
I fell into a well. I spent I spent the better part of the week trapped in a well.
Yeah. Well, did
Is
someone
this like
come
a-
look for you, or did you crawl out of the well?
Well, okay. So on day 4, I was trying to catch a rat to eat it because I was starving, and that's when I noticed there was a ladder the whole time.
Is this like a Baby Jessica thing?
No, because nobody knew about it. Nobody found out. I
Okay.
found the ladder eventually and crawled out.
I don't know that reference. What are you talking about?
This is a reference from like what 1990.
Something like that.
A baby fell down a well and it became national news. Which, by the way, this is my second reference today that nobody got. Today I made a MySpace joke and nobody got it.
What's my
That's because
face?
everybody you hang out with are middle school kids.
Excuse me, this person happened to be 17 and she did not get my MySpace joke.
What's a MySpace joke? Was it about Tom? It was about Tom, wasn't it?
No, somebody. She was like, she told me what college she goes to, and she's like, "You don't follow me on Instagram. I fucking hate Instagram, so I don't really use it." And I said, "No, I only use MySpace." She's like, "What is that?" She thought I was being serious.
You should have been like, "Oh, you don't know about it? Okay." Like act like it's the cool thing she's not in the know about.
Oh, that's interesting. That might work. Also, even if she got it, it's not a good joke at all. You know that, right?
That has not been proven yet, but I hear what you're saying.
By proven, do you mean until you've asked everybody in the world and all of them don't laugh?
Yeah.
That's the only way you'll accept that it's not a good joke.
Maybe for a future themed episode, we do all of MySpace, and then that will be our funniest episode.
Well, that doesn't really validate or invalidate your joke, but we can try that. I wasn't in MySpace. Did you know that?
I think at this, okay, for the record, spoiler alert, I never had a MySpace.
What?
But,
Wait
yeah.
a minute. Wait, Muscle V, did you have a MySpace?
I did have a MySpace. I was the most popular person on MySpace.
Okay, well, that's a weird thing to say, but also I did
Wait,
too.
were
I
you
thought
Tom?
I-
Did you create MySpace?
I was Tom. Yes, I was.
so.
Oh.
I was everyone's friend.
I thought I was going to be the only one in this group that actually had one, but it turns out, like
That would-
food, me
that
and
would've been
Muscle V
funny.
have fallen into one camp, and the other two ZUs have fallen
Oh,
into the
no.
other.
The battle lines just continue to deepen, don't they?
I did join Facebook when it was invite only and had to get an invitation to join.
I
That
also
I did.
did that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to handle that for battle lines. Obviously, I didn't do that or care.
I joined
Uh,
Facebook super late.
You joined
purely-
Facebook like yesterday.
Yeah,
I
which
did it when
time?
you joined.
I did it purely to keep in touch with a friend who is moving to Scotland, and then she's basically the only person that I have straight up stopped talking to.
It-
Like,
Not because I
Yeah,
didn't
no-
like them, but because we just never reached out again.
Knowing
No,
her,
it's
that
not
means,
just-
that means
it's-
nothing.
I know.
It's not just you. Our other friend who we don't talk to anymore. Let me come up with a name for her. Let's go
You-
with
You don't have to. It won't come up again.
Lame Sauce. Lame
Oh, my
Sauce
God.
does not talk to her anymore either.
You are lame sauce. Do not
Anyway.
give someone the name lame sauce.
Don't you think that name fits her?
No, I don't think that fits anyone. Knock
Yeah,
it
that's
off.
a terrible name.
The horrible
come
name.
If you come up with a better name for that person, I will.
How about this?
concede.
How about this? Lame chutney.
That's way better. That is 1,000% better.
for some
100%.
for some reason, I'm laughing at all of Pat's fans' jokes tonight.
Well, yeah, because he's making actual jokes. He's not just referencing things that are old. It's very different.
I guess Pat's fans should be the funny one on our clothing episode.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, Pants Man, obviously you were sorely missed. To fill the gap, we had to. We actually got 2 people to replace you on Wednesday, and then Thursday again. The hackers struck. Yet again, Monday they struck. They're getting us everywhere. Thank goodness none of it's technical. It's all been biological, and it's all been targeted at Muscle V. So Muscle V, how you doing, bud? You okay?
Surviving.
Why are the hackers so mad at you? I don't understand why they're going after just you.
It's because I have the power.
Well, now you've just enticed them even more. Now I feel like
They know if they stop me, there's no show.
it's true. We probably shouldn't tell everyone that. Then that'll give the hackers even more reason to strike you. But that's true. If you guys don't want the show to ever happen, just go after Muscle V for the day. He is 100% of our production team, despite the fact that we have 2 producers. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
so as discussed, tonight is a topic near and dear to all of us. It is not only how to dress, but how to do it fashionably. So let's see, Pants Man, since you're back in the fold, when did you realize fashion was even a thing? Was it like yesterday? Was it forever? Have you been born with a sense for fashion? What?
Well, okay, those are 2 different questions. The first question is, when did I realize fashion was a thing? And I would say, pretty young. I feel like I've more or less always known fashion was a thing. Now, when did I start recognizing I could choose clothes to look better or worse? That would have started, late college, end of college.
All right, how about you, Bill?
And bear in mind, I don't mean I went at late college and turned into somebody who dresses well. I just realized, I could put any effort at all into this.
Real quick, Muscle V, that is a sniper shot. Let's go.
I did see that.
How about you, Boo? When did fashion show up in your life?
I would say I think fashion has always been a part of it. I don't know
That's
about.
interesting.
I'm not saying I've always listened to it or followed it, but I would say fashion's always been around me. But I don't know about you guys, and this might come up later, but I think because, since the pandemic, my fashion has gone down a lot because there's been no reason to dress nice for anything.
Oh my god, I dress like I never dressed great. Well, yeah, I guess I can cover me. I don't want you guys to get too much into how much you dress right now
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
for later, but yeah, I I guess I can talk about myself. I dress like a fucking abomination anyway. It's gotten so much worse
Yeah.
in the pandemic. Because why? What the hell's the point? Why be fashionable if you're not going out?
My work lessened our dress code since we've been back in the office because who cares anymore?
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So do you think
Oh,
there'll be some staying power there?
Yeah.
Or do you
I
think
wish
it's like a
my office
temporary
did that.
hangover? Yeah. I
No,
kind
we
of
never really.
well, I kind of think people will bounce back and go like really dressy at work just because
Not
we
where I
didn't do it
work.
for so long. Well, yeah, temporarily while they're trying to entice everyone back into the world, I think they're lowering these barriers. But I could see them like really not just them, like everyone getting really into dressing up again.
I feel like it's already bad enough that they're bringing people back who don't have to go back. Like you can do your job at home, then why are they asking you to come back? But then on top of it, to be like you have to spend a bunch of money and dress really nice. Like I feel like the least they can do is be like you can wear your jeans or whatever.
That's true. Did you guys find yourselves at all dressing up during the pandemic, like to go out to the grocery store, especially during like the lockdowns and stuff, or
No.
have you just been
Absolutely not.
schlubs the whole way?
But I will say, like I think we mentioned this. We started off the pandemic and we had a virtual happy hour. We never dressed nice, but recently someone told me that for their virtual happy hours with their friends, because they miss dressing up, they dress nice. And I was like, me and my friends would never even consider that. That was never even a conversation.
We did do a Halloween episode or call, so we did dress up for that, I think.
Yeah.
Sure, yes, that counts. There you
I
go.
feel like we did a couple of like themed nights, but they were never specifically about dressing nice.
No,
Yeah.
that idea never crossed our minds.
I will say for me, in cases, there have been a few cases where I have dressed a little bit nicer than pajama pants for some kind of virtual call, because there was some reason to. But for the most part, in terms of actually going out into the world, I have always pretty much done the same thing. Even in the pandemic, I was never somebody who wore like pajama or sweats out. I would always put on like at least jeans and good shoes. Like again, not fashionable. In no way was I being fashionable, but I was never somebody who was, dressing in my like leisure lounge about the house clothes out in the world.
So for me, I always wear my Muscle V shirt and a nice pair of sweatpants, regardless of the temperature or weather outside.
That's weird because I feel like didn't Muscle V just start like right at the start of the show? I thought that was a new company.
It was, but I always had the idea for it, and I always had like a trial shirt.
Oh,
Prototype, yeah.
it's your passion project that you've
Yeah.
you've been dressing in Muscle V's since before it was cool.
Yep.
So you're a Muscle V hipster, actually.
I guess that's what you want to call me.
That's exactly what I want to call you.
Muscle V the hipster is his new nickname.
It's very short, concise. Boo, you'll hate it because it's not a bunch of numbers at the end. That's good. Yeah, I think I'm probably in the same boat as no, not you, Pants Man. I think I'm the opposite. I think I got even worse as I went out in public because I didn't want anyone to get anywhere near me, so I didn't mind looking crazy as fuck. Like that was a feature.
When I have some coworkers who would say things like, "Oh yeah, they kind of unloaded a lot of their dressier clothes," or when the return of the office was happening, they were like, "Oh, I've got to go out and buy clothes now." And I'm like, I just pressed pause and left all that shit in my closet, and it is
Yeah.
still there, and I'm just going to continue to wear the same bullshit I wore before.
I
Yeah, I
operate
find it
on
funny.
you can go.
Yeah, there was definitely people that thought they were never going back in the office and threw away lots and lots of clothing, which was just stupid.
Yeah, that feels excessive. I operated entirely on a FIFO method first. I operated entirely on a FIFO. So whatever I put back on the hook, that's the first thing I would take off. So I've just wore the same like 6 shirts for 2 years basically.
For the record, I hope all the listeners heard Jeeves trying to figure out the acronym in his head, but said it out loud so we all could hear
Yeah.
him as he was sounding out the acronym.
No, it's easy to get them backwards, especially in
I don't know what acronym you're talking about.
FIFO. It's first in, first out. I wish
Never
you
heard
would
of it.
ask me while I was working through it. It's I think. Are you being serious?
I
Real
have
quick.
no idea what you're talking about.
I think it might be an accounting principle. That doesn't make sense. Boo, why
I
have
get
you
all
heard
my
of that?
fashion sense from accountants, to be fair.
Well, this is absolutely not anyone's fashion advice, I would say. It's got practical uses in many applications, but it's not a fashionista's maneuver.
Accounting principle. It's FIFA and LIFA accounting are methods used in managing inventory and financial matters involving the amount of money a company has to. This episode is taking a weird turn.
Okay,
Tied
yeah,
up with an inventory of produced goods, raw materials, parts, components,
all
or
right, all right.
feedstocks.
The important thing is I should have trusted the Ask Jeeves database. That didn't. I read accounting and I was like, that can't be right. Okay, go me. But yeah, it's also used particularly like in a queuing sense. You know, the first thing in a queue should be the first thing out of it, or the last thing in a queue should be the first one out. Those are the two.
So you were
methods.
rotating. The way I thought you were describing it, I thought you were saying like you'd put on a shirt and then wash it and then put it back. And because it was at the top of the pile, it would be the first thing you wore again.
Oh shit! Yeah, that is what I meant. I did a life out. Fuck, I've got them backwards. That's exactly what I meant. Is what you just said.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'd wear something, I'd hang it up, and then I'd just wear it because it was the closest thing to my closet.
See, I did the opposite. I did do the rotation. So, like, I did not wear maybe not most, but I didn't wear a lot of my clothes between each wash. But I would always put the most recently clean thing at the bottom and rotate other things to the top.
You know this is going to be a good fashion episode when we're talking about accounting principles. Like that's the key to a good episode.
Well, I think it really frames how I view fashion, which is
Well-
good. As the person who's designed our fashion show, it should be perfect.
What'll be interesting is I feel like sometimes when we talk about a topic we're genuinely very interested in and passionate about, we do have strong opinions, but also like our opinions are not that different. We're still four white dudes. Like we don't have that much different between us in terms of our opinions about most things. But like with fashion, it's going to be interesting as we get into it because I think it'll be very similar that our opinions are not going to differ that much, but from a position of disinterest rather than interest.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how it plays out. All right, I'm going to do a quick ad read since it seems like a good time. Is your church outdated? Is your orator more of a borator? Well, stop using a pastor and start using a presentor. When you join, now that's what I call church. We don't take our stories from the oldest of books. We take today's problems, plights, and celebrities and turn them into allegories, advice, and God-fearing heroes. Not enough modernity for you? Well, we can bring sermons straight to you with our brand new Pastor Dash. You send us money and we will decide if it's enough to send you a presentor. Now that's what I call church. Stop churching in the past and start churching in the now.
I'm sorry. This is a scam where you ask them to send you money, and then after the money's received, they get to decide whether you actually bought a thing or not.
No, not a scam. You make a donation, and then if it's enough, they send you a sermon.
Do you advertise how much is enough, or you just say make it a donation?
We just figure out what's worth our time as we get them.
Look, I am all about supporting mega churches, which essentially this is.
This was an ad read for Wednesday. I never got to it.
Oh, do we just not do an ad on Wednesday?
Yeah, we got too caught up.
I would like to just do a quick ad because tomorrow is February 13th, and I've been hyping it up for many months now.
You don't wanna
13th?
I'm sorry, tomorrow's
April.
February 13th.
Yeah, you mean April.
Sorry,
13th.
tomorrow's April 13th. So please watch for the big thing that happens tomorrow.
You did an ad spot for us. Okay, great.
Well, that happens a lot, actually. I feel like there are a lot of shows where there's ads
Oh yeah.
for the show in the show.
Why wouldn't you just tease it at the end of the episode, though? Because no one turns off our stream mid-show.
Well, as he alluded to earlier, I'm pretty sure Boo is not expecting to be here for the end of this episode.
We'll see. I'm pretty impressed I'm here this long.
Great. Well, with that in mind, why don't we jump right into producer awards? And Boo, we'll start with you. What do you got for us?
Great. So I, went with the fashion style, and I really thought about which fashion icons best represents all of the hosts on this show.
Perfect.
So with Jeeves, you get the Dolce and Gabbana award. I
Right.
don't really actually know what Dolce and Gabbana is, but it's a word for you.
It's a chocolate
Pretty
bar,
sure it's
right?
a. I think it's a yogurt.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That was a
Um,
chocolate bar.
for you, Muscle V, you get the Louis Vuitton award
Did you
because
say
I
the?
can see
Did you say the
uh,
Poulton?
Yeah.
no the Louis Vuitton award.
Vuitton.
Um, because I could see you rocking a Louis Vuitton man purse. I could see that. Um, and then Pence Man, you get the Gianni Versace award because your fashion best represents him, minus the whole part of him being killed by a famous stalker right inside his place to
We
live.
don't know that yet. He could still be killed by a famous stalker. Don't rule that out for him just yet. You got plenty of time, bud.
Thanks.
So those are my awards.
All right.
My.
Congratulations to us for nonsense. Perfect.
Try to top that, Pants Man.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to present the Hot Dog Award, which of course honors all of the best things that feature mustard. This year's Hot Dog Award goes to Roddy Ricch for his hit single High Fashion, which, incidentally, is featuring, I presume, an artist named Mustard. To give you a little taste of his wonderful single, I will just, it's basically poetry, so I'm just going to read it as a poem. Shawty made that ass clap. She don't need no applause. High fashion like Goyard. G-Wagon or Rover. I put some ice on you, 'cause you got a cold heart. Drop that ass to the floor. Yeah!
And we have a new segment going forward. That's good to know.
100%.
The eloquence with which you pulled that off is unrivaled. Take
Poetry
note.
speaks to me.
Apparently. Well, congratulations. I missed the name completely. Who
Roddy
won that?
Ricch.
Roddy Ricch. Great. Good work. I think that's a guy. Is that correct?
All presumption says yes.
Okay. And Roddy Ricch is making that shorty's ass clap. Is that right?
That is the verse.
Good work winning the hot dog award. I would much rather would have won the hot dog award than the Dolce and Gabbana yogurt award.
Well, you didn't.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer.
You probably never will, because there are so many things better with mustard than you. No offense.
No, that's fair. I actually hope to keep it that way, honestly. I try to eat things so the mosquitoes do not enjoy my person. So I think that could also extend to humans as well. Okay. So before we get into the show itself, let's figure out. I've not presented with you guys with the fashion styles you'll be dressed as. So you all be going off the cuff. No pun intended. So Muscle V, as our acting czar, I'm going to leave it up to you. Would you like to go first or last? And it will be rotating. So each one of you will start each round in a different order.
Yeah, I'll go last.
Okay. So you'll go last for the first round. And in the last round, you'll go first.
That's fine.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Confusing.
So, I mean, it's for me. I have to keep up with it. I'll tell you guys who's up.
It's fine.
I'm a hero. That's the important thing. So then I will also leave it to you as our czar. Who would you like to go first?
Let's go with Boo.
All right. So Boo, we will start with you, and we'll jump right into this. This should be all of the excitement and flavor, since all of us, I'm sure, have seen fashion shows. Here we go. Welcome to the catwalk of our 2022 Cod Daddy Fashion Show. Everyone is abuzz and ablaze with all of the excitement of this year's and past year's trends. Boo Radley joins us on the catwalk first. I think they only use catwalks. Boo Radley, I would like for you to you're displaying first our Beatnik collection.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so as a beatnik, I am wearing cut-off jean shorts. I'm wearing a yellow tank top with that like 90s smiley face that like Mankind used to use. And my hair is how most white guys should dress, with dreadlocks, because there's nothing better than a white guy in dreadlocks.
Cut off jeans, yellow tank smiley, and the hair of dreadlocks. Did I catch it all?
You did?
Quite the look. All right. Now, next entering the stage, Pants Man. What is your beatnik look for us?
Oh, I
Oh.
thought we were getting. I thought we were getting each one was getting a different one.
I also thought we were
I-
getting different things.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I cannot do that much research. I'll
Oh,
just take the lead.
okay. That totally changes things. Okay, cool.
So my beatnik is one of those French hats, a beret is what they're called.
No, they could prefer French hats.
I'm also sporting one of those cigarettes on a Corella de Ville stick. And for my top is just a sweater vest in all brown. And my bottoms, some call them pants, I call them bottoms. My bottoms are short shorts.
For the
Corduroy
record,
short shorts.
for the record, the man that is named Pants Man does not call them pants. Interesting.
Yeah, the bottoms.
Well, in this case, they weren't pants. They're short shorts. They're not even. I wouldn't even call them short pants.
Right, they're short
Uh,
shorts but made of corduroy.
I guess I should have asked. Boo, are you wearing shoes?
No.
Great. Pants Man, you?
Stilettos. Red stilettos.
Okay, I am going to tell you now. We're only going off men's fashion, so I didn't look at if that would qualify for women's. And we'll get
I'm
into it.
talking about. I'm describing a men's fashion.
Yeah. I'm giving you a warning heads up.
Did not realize we were just doing men's fashion. Okay.
Oh yeah, I probably should. What you guys are wearing, and you guys are all men. You have all chosen to identify vaguely as men, at least.
Can I just? I don't mean to interrupt. Can I leave the catwalk because I got to change in my next thing?
Yeah, you can get off the catwalk. All right, and now finally coming down with his beatnik look, Muscle V. What are you wearing?
So I don't know what this fashion sense is at all.
Good, perfect.
I love
However,
that you're admitting that instead of doing what we did, which is
Yeah.
just guess and throw
Where-
things out into the
Where
wind.
tell us your outfit for fuck's sake.
however, I did cheat a little bit. I did a Google search, and it looks like
Oh my god.
if I dress like a mine, I fit in.
I mean, what are you wearing? Describe what you're wearing
The
in as
thing-
much detail as possible.
The thing mine wear, they wear
What
the
what
white
thing?
the white
yeah,
shirt
one
with
jumper.
stripes,
Mm-hmm.
and they got black pants and black shoes.
Are you wearing very white face paint?
I it's not in the picture, but I would assume probably yes.
How about white gloves?
That's definite.
Okay.
What was the pants?
Black pants.
Okay.
You've all seen mines, like
What? First of all, you're saying the wrong word. It's mime. Mine.
Mimes.
You
Mimes.
idiot.
mimes.
Uh, now you are largely correct. Of course, the beatnik movement started in the '60s here in America. It was people bored with their post-war life. Basically, conformity and uniformity ruled the day, and these guys felt absolutely beaten down and oppressed, and so they rebelled in what was dark and form-fitting outfits, is what they would chose to wear. So yes, kind of like Muscle V said, they did look largely like mimes. Turtleneck was the popular shirt, but we also would have accepted the black and white striped shirt. The black jacket was the staple. Skinny jeans or wide leg pants. Classic black loafers. So somehow even Googling it, you messed up. And then you missed darker oversized glasses and, of course, the beret. Very popular. So well done, Pants Man.
Also, stilettos.
Again, I didn't cover what the women were wearing, but the men weren't cool enough to pull that off just yet.
No more Googling.
Yeah, try not to Google it. But it is funny. If you are going to Google it, get it wrong. That would be helpful. All right.
It would be funny if you saw they look like mimes and then just decided to describe a clown.
I mean, it is. He's not dead off. Like, so the celebs that you could have chosen to impersonate was James Dean or Elvis, pretty popular. Which clown little off of that, but you know, sometimes they did dip into like the Sean Penn look. And he's a little clowny. All right. All right, get it. Go to the back, get changed, loosen up. Does anyone need to make any adjustments to their previous outfit?
What?
Sorry.
What does that even mean?
Which thing do you feel you really messed up the most after hearing the description?
I nailed it.
You did. The beret is dead on. Cigarette pretty good. Brown specified brown sweater. Wildly incorrect. And then obviously stilettos. Just a horrible choice in general. Male
The
or
corduroy
female.
was pretty accurate.
Yeah, I think short shorts is a bad look for this group, as far as I can tell.
Fuck.
How about you, Boo? How'd you feel you did?
Oh, horrific. I definitely think I got
Yeah.
every little piece wrong.
I feel like you went more hippie than beatnik.
Yeah, going off, deciding to go yellow, which fits you, but isn't the beatnik style, and then dreadlock way off. Cut off jeans. I'm not actually sure what a cut off jean is.
I'm sorry, we need to stop everything. What did you just say?
It's just jean shorts. That's what cutoff jeans are.
Oh, cut like the pant leg is cut to a short.
Have you
Yeah,
never? What? I know you've heard of cutoffs. You've seen Arrested Development. What is happening right now? I'm very concerned about your mental health.
I mean, I'm sure I've heard the phrase, but nothing popped to mind. I wasn't sure if they were the tearaway pants.
What?
Jeans. They're jeans. What is so? What
No,
is
no.
this?
What?
You remember the zippers that you could turn your pants into shorts? I wasn't
Oh.
sure. I wasn't sure if that counted.
Those. I'm so glad you brought those up because when we're talking about high fashion, that is the height of fashion.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna die. I still own a pair.
All right. Well, let's jump back into round two. So our gentlemen have gone to the back. They've gotten changed, and now they are debuting their bohemian outfits. Pantsman hitting the floor in stride. What does he got for us?
I'm walking out in a floral pattern that is wrapped around me like a muumuu, just flowing in the wind. Underneath, nary a thing. Hair wrapped in a tight bun.
Is that it?
Well, I did mention that there was nary a thing underneath, so what
Just
you see
checking.
is what you get.
Just for logistics, what is a muumuu?
A flowy thing, I think.
Okay. I think we can accept the flowy thing. Again, moo sounds like cow noises. All right, quite the bold look from the pants man. Now emerging to the floor. Hopefully he hasn't had enough time to Google it. Muscle V, what is that bohemian look he's rocking?
So when you say Bohemian, I think of Bohemian Rhapsody. So I'm dressing like Freddie Mercury. I got that
Describe it in detail.
that white tank top with jeans, fresh
So
fresh
one
pair of
of his
sneakers.
shows.
So the only movie I saw with him, yeah.
Wears a million outfits in that movie.
Yeah, but it's the most like notable one.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm right because you said Bohemian Rhapsody, same thing.
What? Again, what a look from Muscle V. Oh my. And leaping to the floor. All of the confidence in the world. Boo Radley, what is his outfit?
Yeah. So my pants are men capris. My shoes are sandals, and my shirt is a men's black blouse. And my hairdo is just straight hair.
Just straight hair.
Yep.
Just straight hair. What do you mean?
Like no curls, just like straight.
Oh, straightened.
hair. Yeah, straightened hair.
Okay. Okay. Did you say men's black blouse and capris?
Uh huh.
And what about, are you wearing any top of any kind?
I just said a blouse.
Blouse isn't a blouse like a pant item?
No.
I have to What is a blouse?
Blouse is like a woman's shirt.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay.
woman's dress shirt.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe you should have been the host of the segment.
I mean, would any of us been better?
No.
So, all right, Bohemian. So, gentlemen, well done. Head to the back, please. We'll see how you did. So the Bohemians started in the American mid-aughts based on a French movement that started in the 1800s, but really gained popularity in the 1940s. Did you guys know that Bohemia was a country?
Yes.
No.
I did not. I did not know that. And it's apparently the source of all gypsies. So we were looking for an artsy look, kind of a gypsy-inspired look, is the Bohemias. Comfortable and expressive. So we would have accepted, of course, patterned chino pants that were bold and busy. Some ripped light blue jeans, pleated trousers, unique patterned unironed shirt, an unbuttoned cardigan. So I think maybe we can give you moo knitted or crocheted vest, leather strap sandals, slightly worn loafers, a straw hat, a canvas tote bag, a patterned scarf, or a wooden beaded bracelet. Think Johnny Depp or Russell Brand for this kind of character.
So we all hit on something. We all hit on a part of it.
I don't believe Muscle V did, and
Yeah,
I mean, listen, if you're getting him jeans,
I said jeans.
Yeah.
jeans
Yeah.
kind of shows up in every outfit for men.
I
Doesn't
feel
matter
like
what
I Googled it here. Not before, but after. I more or less nailed it if I was a woman.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think I'm only giving you one check though.
We're getting points for
And-
these.
Oh yeah, you guys are getting graded.
Oh, shoot.
It's a fashion show. Of course, you're getting scored and judged and graded. Of course. So yeah, while I'm assessing, how do you guys feel like you did, Pantsman? What changes would you have made?
I mean,
Actually, which one did you feel like you did the worst on, of your two items?
I mean, I don't think I missed a beat. I feel like every part of it was dead on accurate. So
You feel good about tight bun?
tight bun. And I don't care if
Yeah.
you interpret that as a hair thing or a bottoms thing, if you know what I mean.
All right, I'll have to think about giving you 2 points for that. Must be. How do you feel you did?
I feel I did great. I think Freddie fucked up.
I love that you're blaming the person you chose to represent you for misrepresenting you.
He chose to represent the Bohemian culture and attire, and he fucked it up.
That's how music works.
Yep.
I don't know what Rhapsody means. I don't know if that does spit in its face or not. I have no idea what that word means, despite loving the song.
Actually, I do know that I looked this up a few years ago. Rhapsody actually means opposite world. So,
good.
Bohemian opposite world is why it didn't quite match with Bohemian. So sorry about that, Muscle V.
Well, where were you 5 minutes ago?
Well, I'm not gonna, I'm competing against you. I'm not gonna stop you when you're making a mistake.
I don't think it's a mistake.
All right, but which one do you think you did the worst on?
All of it. I mean, I'm very disappointed in my performance.
Oh, really? I mean, sandals definitely
should-
fit. I think Caprice probably will give you credit for.
Yeah, Caprice wasn't terrible, but I should have nailed it. I really should have. So I give myself a C minus.
Okay. All right. Go to the back, gentlemen, and we will do our final round. I hope everyone is on the edge of their seats because this is one of our latest fashion trends, of course. Muscle V storming out to the soft boy look. Muscle V, what are you wearing?
The fuck? Soft boy look. I'm not wearing a shirt. I'm just gonna wear shorts
How bold.
and pair of flip flops. Soft boy.
Okay. that shorts, no shirt, flip flops. That's as soft as you get.
I think so.
Really making a statement. All right. Well,
Feels
storming-
very redneck.
All right, storming out on the scene. We have next Boo. Boo, what are you what's your soft boy look for us today?
So I'll start from the bottom and go up. And
Okay.
for shoes, I'm gonna go with tennis shoes. Um, Primarily Nike, but any tennis shoe will work. Jeans, um, a sweater vest, um, and like facial hair, but it's not in any way groomed in any way. And then the hair is like fluffy. I don't know if that's even a thing, but fluffy hair.
Can you describe someone that you think has fluffy hair?
Like me in college, like when I wouldn't get a haircut, my hair was just kind of everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that it?
that's it.
Oh my. Statements abound. And our final entrant, the Pants Man, debuting his soft boy look.
So I am wearing Crocs. By the way, I'm also going bottom up. I'm wearing Crocs in a nice, simple gray. I'm wearing vintage 90s Jinko jeans, big, puffy, fat jeans. I'm wearing uh, a blazer, a nice, simple, striped gray blazer that is 4 times too big for me. I have styled my hair in a perm. And while you might expect overflowing too large for me clothes to be really kind of loose and flowy, they're actually nearly ripping at the seams because they are so tight, not because I'm big, but because I've stuffed them with pillows.
I'm sorry, what did you stuff with pillows? I got too distracted.
I'm wearing oversized Jinko jeans
Yeah.
and oversized blazer,
Uh-huh.
and I have fitted them by
Oh,
stuffing
all the
pillows.
clothes. Okay.
I'm a soft boy. I've got to have nice pillows covering my body.
In case someone throws a baseball at you, you're covered.
Or anything. If a bird tries to trick me into buying property in the Southwest, I got to be prepared for that too.
Oh my, well, truly powerful statements, all three of you. So, sorry, let me pull up my notes. Soft Boy was basically a pandemic look, starting on, of course, where else would you start a trend nowadays but TikTok? It gets confused with the e-boy look, very similar but different. It's got basically an appeal to the feminine side of men. Men are allowed to be soft, is the idea. And with that, tends to come comfortable clothing. So we would have accepted. By the way, I had to cut this list. There was like way more things. I think because of the internet era now, a lot of people have ideas of what it could be. But here's the 17 things I would have accepted.
Oh wow.
Medium length or long hair with curtain bangs. They made sure to call out curtain bangs every time. I don't know why. Tie-dye hat, painted nails, Cuban link chains, round glasses, rings, classic shoes, black beanie, comfy high socks, classic Levi's, chinos, oversized sweaters, oversized vintage long sleeves, vintage windbreakers, bowling jackets, denim jackets, or striped shirts. Your celeb comparisons here would be Harry Styles or Timothy Chalamet.
Quick note about Timothy Chalamet. I while you were describing it, I did a quick Google image search to take a look at what this was you were describing, and 50%, a full 50% of the Google image results are pictures of Timothy Chalamet for Soft Boy. The other 50%, guys who look exactly like Timothy Chalamet.
So it
It's
seems it seems like to me this is just a fashion thing for skinny white dudes.
no,
Is
it's
that
it's also
what I'm
I think
getting?
it's also a good chunky guy because you have the big oversized sweater being a
That's
big
fine.
staple of it. So
But
you do see
again,
like
mostly white guys though.
I mean, actually, the Google images, you definitely get there's like a particular chunkier black guy that comes up a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Timothy, of course, Whitey, Harry Styles, of course, Whitey, but I
Well,
didn't
he's
have any.
good.
I didn't have any black celebrities to compare to. I don't think. I didn't do endless research, but Okay, so must have. Yeah, do you think you did with your
Uh,
3 items?
I think you missed a couple things.
I think some of the things you guys hit on actually probably were valid. I'm not going to
think
count them.
anything. It sounds like anything we said would have got us points.
No. No shirts is interesting. If you would have coupled that with like I don't think I would have counted no shirt anyway. So this is annoying. Timothy Chalamet is the staple poster boy for Soft Boy, and he's frequently in no shirt.
See,
But that's actually also a picture that goes for the e-boy look, which is like the edgier version. I don't know. It's all fucking stupid. But they did always specify that they had a shirt. So I'm going to not give you points for that.
I'll give myself points for that one though.
Great. Shorts. I'll go ahead and just give you that one. Flip-flops, I don't think I'm going to give you either. How about you, Boo? How do you feel like you did?
So I said sweater vest, and I know sweaters was oversized sweaters, so close enough.
I don't know if I'm giving you that one because you particularly caught up the vest, which doesn't really show up on the images.
I did say jeans.
You got jeans data. Yeah, this is a great use of jeans.
I said tennis shoes. I don't remember what they said about shoes.
You went out of your way to specify Nikes, which gets called out in the list like a lot, which is
Yeah.
interesting. Like it is a classic shoe. I think you actually nailed it dead on. They say classic shoe, Nike comes up. The Air Force One in particular gets listed a lot.
Yeah, and then hair. It seems like I was on the right path, but not exact.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give you, despite the fact that they continued to specify curtain bang, whatever the fuck that is. I will give you that. I'll give you the way you described fluffy.
Yeah.
So well done. Facial hair, we're not going to go ahead and give you that, although it probably fits.
I'm actually surprised they didn't even name anything about facial hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Timothy Chalamet is not capable of growing facial hair, so
The softest of boy. How do you feel you did, Pantsman?
It's interesting. This is the first round where femininity is apparently encouraged, and it's the first round that I didn't exclusively pick feminine items.
Yeah.
However, I still think I did okay. I feel like the vintage Jinko jean seems like I heard the word vintage and I heard the word jeans. I feel like you described them as not being as form-fitting or tight clothes. They're looser, and my clothes are looser. I just added pillows because I'm a double soft boy. So I think I did all right overall.
Yeah, so the Jinko, actually there's a 90, the Y2K trend is popular, and Jinko would have been perfect for that one. Perm you don't get. Blazer, you really went out of your way.
First of all, the perm was just for me.
Perfect. Well, we're not going to give you points for that. Blazer, I don't think we're giving you either. We're looking for really sweater, windbreaker, bowling jacket, denim. You had a lot of options, and you didn't choose it. Crocs wasn't on the list. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. I think it fits. So you get 1 point there. And we'll give you Jinko jeans as well. Again, there's more fashionable targets there, but we'll give it to you anyway. So well done, guys. How'd you guys feel like you did? Did you do better or worse than you thought? Well, I tally up the scores.
I'm pretty sure
shocked.
I won.
I'm pretty sure you didn't. I'm
You
shocked.
You got eliminated from the first round for Googling it, and still didn't even do that well.
I am shocked that we were even capable of naming this many clothes items between us.
Yeah, Boo. How do you think you guys all did?
I think we did pretty well all. I think I'm pretty proud of us.
This you're proud of?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you don't seem oh no, so we might have a tie on our hands. I gotta figure this out. We might have to do a walk off.
Ooh, it's a walk off.
I'm not prepared for this, but we'll figure it out. So Muscle V, you got 1 point. You could argue 2.
Look,
And then
in defense of Muscle V, I'm not 100% sure he really understood this game. So
I don't know what the scoring system even is. I don't know how you are awarding points, but somehow 1 point seems surprisingly low. Like, how could somebody only get 1 point? There were so many pieces of clothing we've mentioned. Oh man.
yeah. Well, to be fair,
A couple times he didn't even mention clothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also one of the rounds he didn't even mention clothing. He just said like this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to throw out his first round, and then he averaged 3 items a round, and one of them was no shirt.
Now, do you guys wear more than 3 items at any given time?
What are you talking about?
With shoes, yes.
I was gonna
Yeah, with
give you guys a
shoes.
structure saying like shirt, pants, accessory, shoes.
Kind of worked.
I'm glad I didn't because oh boy, well, it was revealing. All right, so for our walk off, I'm going to give you guys the topic, and I'm going to just Google it, and I'm going to decide who describes whatever picture I'm looking at the closest. Okay.
Is it gonna be
Why
Timothy
not?
Chalamet? Because if so, I feel like I'm gonna be in good
The
graces.
style is, of course, Timothy Chalamet. No, it's not, of course. Let me go ahead and make sure a picture pops up. I think this will work. So for our uber exciting walk off, Muscle V, you get to determine who you want to walk off first. You are not in this, by the way. It's just Pants Man and it's just Boo.
Let's go with Pants Man. I'll go second, and then Boo can go last.
No, you're not in it.
No, you're not going at all.
You know, we know he can't win, but let's let him play. Let's let him walk.
All right. You can walk just for fun. All right, so I've Googled this and I've scrolled a couple, and you are going to describe for me. Sorry, who went first? Pants Man?
Correct.
Pants Man walking out in his uber fashionable Sloan Ranger outfit. Pants Man, what are you wearing?
I'm sorry. Was that Lone Ranger or Sloan Ranger?
That is the Sloan Ranger with an S.
No.
Well, I am wearing a nice bandana over my hair, and I also have one of those blue ones with like the white pattern. And then
They're the one. They're the only one.
I'm wearing a single simple earring on one ear and a face tattoo. Now, on my shirt situation, I'm wearing a brightly colored beige button down. And for my bottoms, I've got double pants. Now, what are double pants, you ask? They're pants that were never hemmed. So they go past the foot, past the shoe, they're just dragging. Just dragging.
Is that double pants or just untrimmed pants?
Well, they're double the length
of
whatever pant you would need. So they just flow and flow. Bit of a tripping hazard, but you know, the walkway is always a tripping hazard, let's be honest.
Always dangerous to be the Sloan Ranger, am I right?
And for shoes,
well, what's the color of your pants?
Oh, I'm sorry. They are a very subtle and tasteful neon green. Now,
shoes?
For the shoes, I am back in my classic red stilettos.
All right. Wow, what a statement. What a walk-off. Let's see how Boo can respond. Boo, coming out in his Sloan Ranger interpretation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with black dress shoes. I'm gonna go with jeans. I'm gonna go with a t-shirt and a black blazer over the t-shirt. And for the hair, I'm gonna go with the douchiest haircut you can think of, where the person probably spent $100 on a male haircut, and that's the look I'm gonna go with.
All right, and Muscle V, you're walking just for fun. What is your Sloan Ranger outfit?
Yep, I'm going with the classic Walker Texas Ranger look. I'm gonna wear a nice button-down shirt. I'm gonna wear a cowboy hat. Wear a nice pair of pants with a big belt and cowboy boots.
All right, wow. What an exciting end to our little adventure. Let me pull up a quick description. So Sloan Ranger is a look inspired by a specific place. I think it's Sloane Square in Cambridge. So this is your think Princess Diana and her cohorts is the Sloan Ranger style. So dead on, Pants Man. So
She wore stilettos, right?
yeah, she probably did. But of course, we're doing the men's side of the fashion, which they definitely weren't doing. No one in her posse, no men in her posse were wearing the red stilettos. So the guy I pulled up, and I thought for a second you were going to hit on it when you said beige button down, but he is pretty douchey. So I'm kind of think Boo might have Googled this because his probably is the closest.
I really did it, but Pantsman talked for 25 minutes, so I was able to like come up with things in my head.
Drink. No, so that's so this guy is very douchey looking, definitely douchey hair. He's a redhead, which is irrelevant.
Oh, I
And
should have said that.
he's wearing shitty brown glasses. He's got a beige suit, beige pants, so beige blazer and pants. So you were close.
Yeah.
And then a blue button down, and then a blue and white tie. So again, the bandana was kind of close, but they're like, I think Scotty dogs, maybe llamas on instead of just like the weird blue and white pattern. And then he's got binoculars. So
How would those factor in? I'm sorry, I need more information about these binoculars. Like on a chain around his neck or a strap? I mean,
yeah, on a strap. Yeah, no one has binoculars on a chain. That would be aggressive.
I bet Mr. T would.
Maybe I'll look it up. So yeah, I think Boo, you're gonna go ahead and take the win. Congratulations, buddy. Although I think Muscle V was pretty close.
Thank you guys. I'm really happy I won this game, and I appreciate the positive reinforcement.
Now, Boo, you knew all along you were going to win this. You've always fancied yourself the most fashionable of us. I think this is just validation for that, right?
I mean, I like to win, so I win things.
Yeah, but did you know you would win? Not do you enjoy it?
I come in every night thinking I'm going to win this show. Doesn't matter what the contest
I'm sorry,
is.
Did you say the pot?
No, I was going to say podcast, but I realized this is really a podcast.
Oh, okay. I thought you were I thought you thought you were gambling for a second. You had a flashback or something.
Nah,
I'm taking the whole pot. I'm all in.
no.
Well, I would say, as much as he fancies himself the fashionista of us, I have certainly always considered myself the least fashionable person in the room, no matter what room I'm in. So,
including Muscle V, because you've just disproved that. So is this shocking to you?
well, I feel like Muscle V is indifferent to fashion. Like he doesn't care one way or the other. He doesn't pay attention to it.
You could have just stopped at indifferent. I don't think you had to specify fashion.
Fair enough. I feel like I am. There's a part of me that has always been a little bit anti-fashion.
I will say you dressed up more to go to the store than I ever would have thought of.
Yeah, that was surprising.
We're literally talking about jeans and a t-shirt, by the way. When I say dressing up, I just mean I'm not wearing sweatpants.
I wear shorts. I wear shorts and a t-shirt when it's freezing outside to go to the store.
Yeah, you do, buddy.
Well, it's funny. Anti-fashion actually is like how I feel like most of the fashion movements start. They're like the clash of the current trends, and bucking that is usually like how they've landed on their thing. So like being anti-fashion sounds like you'd be very fashionable, but I've met you and you are not.
No, I feel like there's a difference there. There's the fashionable person who is trying to strike against the trend and start their own unique style. I am trying to be completely ignored and as kind of neutral and disinteresting clothing as possible. Like I want to not be noticed at all. Whereas I feel like when you're trying to clash against the trend, you're trying to stand out.
Yeah. So do you guys want to quickly hear the ones that we did not go with?
Sure.
I don't think we're going to be doing another fashion show. Is that fair to say?
I think so.
Yep.
I mean, unless it's backed by popular demand.
Well, we'll do a lightning round, and you guys can each take a guess at what you think this is. We'll start. We'll go in reverse order. So Muscle V, you can go first. What do you think the chav look is? I didn't look up pronunciations, by the way. I think it's chav.
It is not chav. I know this
chav?
one. It's chav. Chav.
Is that real?
Pretty sure. It's British.
I'm gonna have to interrupt because Boo Radley's out. So I will talk to you guys later. Boo out.
Bye, Boo.
Later. Yeah, no clue.
This is
I
like
I feel like I can redeem myself with this one.
you're pretty. I mean, this is like the tracksuit London look.
Don't.
And,
I was gonna say
trooper.
it.
Oh, sorry. Well, you get the next one.
I knew that one. I don't care about the next one.
So I already mentioned E-boy. Again, that's like the edgier, soft boy. So Pantsman, you get Cadona.
He gets a thing I've heard of, and I get like some kind of weird French sandwich. I don't know what the fuck Cadona
Did you
is.
say
How
Cordana?
did- Codona. Codona. I think it's Kodona.
I'm gonna say it is some kind of Korean pop band style.
So Korean pop actually inspired the soft boy and E-boy, or soft boy and E-boy. Kadona's Japanese, so you got a little closer with your second attempt. I didn't really understand it. It looked like like school boy and girl outfit, but then like scary version of that. Really confusing. So that's exciting. I'd look it up. It's freaky as fuck. I
I'm
think it's
doing
from
so.
the 90s.
Oh my god.
Right? Super weird, right?
This is horrifying. This is like you really undersold it. This is like a weird semi-Victorian school outfit,
Yeah.
but highly stylized in the form of like a anime ghost.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's I mean basically what I said.
Oh my god. That's
Wow.
not I mean it doesn't even look like these people are trying to look like they look like they're trying to be Korean ghosts. Like
Japanese ghost.
I'm sorry. Japanese anime
I was gonna choose
Victorian
it.
ghost.
I looked up like the outfits and I got super confused with what it was, so I bailed on it.
I
Okay,
was
it
in the
must
right
be
like part of the world at least.
at first you said French, so you said a French soup, I think. So
Well, I was making fun of the word.
okay.
I said
Okay,
French salmon.
Muscle you get Normcore.
Normcore. That's from Normandy. Can you say in a sentence?
You dressed in the style of Normcore.
Normcore. Okay. I'm gonna say there's pants involved. You got a t-shirt.
You're not
What
wearing
are
the
you
outfit. Just describe roughly the outfit.
Yeah, pants and t-shirt.
Pants and t-shirt.
In
Uh,
Normandy.
So obviously you aren't correct,
What?
but you got the right root word, I think, maybe. Basically just whatever's normal. Just follow the normal trend of the day, whatever's fashionable or whatever. So shirt, pants, kind of works,
Yeah, see?
especially for the pandemic.
I would take a little issue with that. I'm Googling it and it looks less like the fashion of the day and more like it says unpretentious, average looking clothing. I almost think this is more or less what I do. Like just
Yeah, I was thinking
bland,
So I was
not
right.
showy.
that. Yeah,
clothes.
the goal is to not stand out.
Yeah. I didn't. Oh man, you were right. I do have a fashion sense. That's
Told ya.
disappointing.
So I couldn't have been more right just by saying t-shirt and pants.
Well, can you look up Pantsman? Can you look up? Does normal come from the country Normandy? Because I guess it could.
I really doubt they're going to share a route.
So you look at that, and then I'm also going to throw out you get scene clothing.
Who?
Oh, this one I think I know. This is like the emo kids of the 2000s. This is like the tight skinny jeans and that hair that like covers their eyes and
Yeah, I think swoopy hair was described a weird amount.
yeah, and it's got like kind of tight long sleeve t-shirts, I'm gonna say, with like bands on it.
Yeah, it's not emo. Emo's its own thing, but it was like I think an evolution of emo. It's like emo meets like punk rock, I think. So you had like the Fallout Boy, that kind of gang. All right, Muscle V, this one's perfect for you. You get Scrumbro.
Oh, Scrum Bro. You dress like a bro, obviously. Whatever you frat guys wear, that's this look.
So like close. This one's funny. It's it's whatever's fashionable of the day, but wear it poorly. Like get like the highest designer clothing, but then wear it like a little too large. Don't have it match the other shit. Pete Davidson's here. This is your character match for Scrum Bro. So you're close.
Okay.
And then Pantsman, you get Ska.
Okay, I know the like music has horns in it, but I have no idea what they like. So I'm gonna say marching band. Close.
I got overwhelmed at this point and kind of like ran out of energy looking up fashion. So I'm just gonna go with what was in After Party. So I'm gonna go with it's like a bowl haircut and just lamer emo basically. I didn't look that
I mean,
up.
based on the haircut, that's just me until I was 19.
Yeah. So you before you realized you could be normcore.
Exactly.
All right.
Do you want to hear some etymologies?
Well, let's do. We got one more, and then you can go through them.
I'm sorry.
And so Muscle V, this is fitting. You end with Still Yagi.
Oof.
Still Yagi.
Still Yagi. Stilyagi.
Yeah, it sounds like yoga a little bit. So I'm just gonna
Cool.
say like a tight athletic t-shirt with yoga pants, no shoes, no socks, no nothing. Headband for sure.
Okay,
You
so
have never been more wrong.
yeah, I was gonna say, did you look this one up?
No.
Or Pants Man? Did you look this up, or do you
I'm
know
looking
it?
at it right now.
Yeah, it's way off. So check the description of this because it's interesting. I think it started in the Soviet Union, but it's like super gregarious, like suit outfits and like dressing real crazy. But basically, it was a movement in the Soviet Union for like individualism. So like really a rally against the harsh uniformity of communism.
What's it called again?
Still Yagi. It's probably how you got out of the Soviet Union.
I'm thinking you probably are pronouncing it wrong.
I'm sure I am. I didn't look up the pronunciation for any of these.
So it appears to be there's a movie with the same name, and so most of the pictures I'm seeing clearly are from that.
Fair.
But yeah, it's very bright and it looks. My initial reaction when I saw it, it looked to me like 1950s clothes, if like you were trying to make it as stylized as possible.
Yeah, well, and even like more cartoony than that, even right? Like really
Exactly, yeah.
in your face, bright, kind of wild. It's kind of what you think of like with like some of the Beatles albums. Like that's kind of the vibe I got from them. So anyway, yeah, you can thank that movement. Big win for you. So there you go, guys. There's Fashion Week, I think, in the books.
Yeah.
I think you guys did okay. I thought you were gonna do a little worse, and you're fashionably smarter now. Although most of those trends predate modern time. I think most of them are like from the '80s and before. But obviously, there's like the ska and scene and shit. Actually, we kind of covered all of them. A lot of the different decades.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What's like the current fashion? Like the today fashion.
The soft boy e-boy look showed up a lot. I told you there was a Y2K throwback look, and those are weird as you'd expect. I don't remember any of the other ones. Like it was kind of tough to figure out fashion styles because like if you Google men's fashion, it's like, oh, you should wear a blazer, you should wear jeans. I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. Give me them crazy terms. It took a while of Googling like funny fashion styles.
Well, there's
before
gotta be
we
like
landed on these ones.
it's gotta be like a work from home fashion, right? Like that's gotta be a new invention.
That came up in a lot of the like how-to articles, but none of I don't think it was ever called out specifically as a style for men, at least.
Okay.
So,
All right,
yeah.
etymology time. Everybody's favorite
please.
part of the show.
I love etymology. I'm a word nerd. Let's hear it.
Norman Normandy comes from the French for Normans or Norse, which is literally Northman. So basically, Scandinavians coming on down into the French area of the world. So it is very clearly related to a people, and that later became associated with a place. Now,
Yeah, what's more normal than the Northerns?
well, the actual word normal stems from the Latin normalis, from norma, and norma is apparently the Latin for carpenter's square. So, not related.
It sounds the same to me, though.
You got as close as you could while still being very, very wrong.
How? No, he didn't. He could not be more wrong. Now,
He got the first 4 letters, like, you know.
Right, but that was the point. Were those 4 letters all related? Were they from the same root, which they're not?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, he got as close as he could while still being about as far away as he possibly could at the same time. It's
Like,
impressive.
the only way he could have been more wrong is if he thought Normandy and, like, Scandinavia were the same word.
Wait, they're not.
Like, at least. All right, I'm mad about this now. I don't know why.
Do you have any other etymologies for us?
Do you have 2 words you'd like me to compare?
No, I was just wondering if you Googled anything else. So I actually had one. I got caught up in the weeds with Bohemia. As I told you, that means was a country, and basically the Bohemian was labeled from the French because they thought that all gypsies came from Bohemia. And did you guys know that gypsies are actually they're called like the Romani people? When you think of gypsies, that's what people are talking about. Like, it's a specific group of people.
Yeah.
Did not
You
know.
didn't know this?
I didn't know any of that.
Yep, didn't know either.
Did you know that the phrase to be gypped was a racial slur?
I mean, I would have guessed it came from gypsy. I wouldn't have guessed that. I didn't realize gypsy was like a people. I thought it was like, you know, like a profession or something, or like a way to describe a person.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, especially in America, where we don't have a huge influx of Romani people. So I feel like in America, we've associated gypsies with kind of almost like a bohemian. Like it seemed to be more of less of an actual racial identity and more of like a fashion sense.
Yeah, this was all news to me. Honestly, I had no idea. I got super deep in the weeds there. I was like, oh my god, I gotta stop this. I didn't even know Bohemia was a country. I was so far afield. I learned so much. It's weird what fashion can teach us. Can you guys believe that?
I was recently watching a clip from Conan O'Brien, who was talking to some kid. He was doing a show, and this kid wanted to go to a show, but he didn't have his ID, and he couldn't prove he was old enough. And he was saying to Conan, like, I want to go to your show, but they're not going to let me into the venue. And Conan's talking to this guy, and he drops this. The kid says, they Jewed me down.
I've actually heard that before.
And
Really?
Conan literally like reacts like, okay, I don't think I want you in my show now. And the kid, like, recognizing that he's misspoken, he thinks he corrects himself by eliminating the racial slur, by then reframing it as, I mean, they gypped me. I was just knowing the history of that word. I'm like, you're just digging that hole deeper, kid.
Well, I would not have got that. I would have thought that was perfectly fine.
Right.
Wow. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have thought the Jude me down thing.
No, yeah. I mean,
That doesn't even sound good as a phrase. Gypped makes sense. It's crisp enough. Just apparently there's history. I didn't know. I guess knowledge can come from all sorts of places. Maybe even our listener mail. What do you have for us, Pants Man?
Going to the listener mail.
Been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. It's quite a heavy little bag here. So let me just hold on. Let me just pull one out. We've got a lot. I mean, we've been collecting a lot. We've not been doing this in a while. So I've got one here, and let's just take the rest of these and just chuck them into the fire. All right. So that's going to keep me warm tonight. Now,
Don't PO boxes fill up? don't they stop delivering mail at some point?
no, I still check it. I get the mail every day and check it, and then you don't ask me to do it. So all of our listeners who are dutifully writing in just get ignored. So that's on you, my friend.
Well, you were stuck in the well. What was it? Did
Well,
you send a
I hire a
proxy?
service. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I've
okay.
got a service. Anyway, dear Codetties, I'm very
Does it say to use an affectation, or have you just elected to? Have you taken creative license?
creative license.
Okay, just checking.
I'm very concerned about the prospect of this letter being burned in the burn pile. Burning trash can be a great way to harness the energy of fire. You can use it to heat steam and run a turbine that produces electricity. Or you can use the first to heat your home. I don't know what that means.
Work on your handwriting, whoever wrote this.
You can capture the carbon from the smoke and ashes, preventing them from
carbon.
going into the atmosphere and killing all of us through global warming. If you are just burning them in a pile, it is not only bad for the environment, but a wasted opportunity. How do you plan to spend the coming climate apocalypse you are bringing on us all? Hugs and kisses, Charlemagne Ty God.
Thank you, Charlemagne Ty God. Did you say how are we planning to spend the Acopolis? Is that what you said?
I think bad handwriting on this one. I think it says, "How do you plan to spend the climate apocalypse you are bringing us all?"
Yeah, that would make more sense. What was his name?
Charlemagne Ty God.
Charlemagne Ty God. Maybe work on your handwriting, unless this accidentally got into the burn pile. Maybe it's our fault, but it sounds like it's probably your fault.
I can tell you it's in the burn pile now.
Should absolutely belongs there. So how would we spend it didn't sound like there was a target for that question, so I guess it's open to all of us.
Well, I can go first with that one.
Great.
Obviously, I'm going to enjoy it drinking my honey coke and playing some COD Daddy.
You don't think it'll be a little too warm for honey coke?
I actually prefer my honey coke warm.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna let that go. What are you talking about? Is that true?
No, that's
Are you
not
just
true.
saying that?
If
That's
I have
crazy.
to, if I have
I like
to,
a
I
lava
will.
hot honey coke.
I like it
There's
caliente.
nothing better.
It needs to be caliente.
Best
No, you like-
callback so far.
Yeah, absolutely. You like your coke caliente. You don't like your
Honey
honey jack, right?
I would prefer it cold, but if I didn't have any option, I would still drink it caliente.
Because you always
I
call it
think
your
here's what I
fire
think
and
you're
ice
doing.
cream.
I think you're ordering a Coke Caliente, and then you're putting inside of it some ice cubes made out of honey.
Oh,
Honey ice cubes.
That'd be sweet, actually. Can you even make ice cubes out of honey? I gotta try that.
You can make. I got news for you, buddy. You can make ice cubes out of anything you want.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a hot tip. So for me, I'm just gonna buy as many Bermuda shorts as I can, and I'm gonna head to the largest landmass right about the center. I assume that's Asia, judging off the risk board. So yeah, I'm gonna live probably like right at the edge of China, and eventually have a beachfront property.
Interesting. I plan to be long dead before the apocalypse comes.
I read the news. I think it started yesterday, so you might be a little late.
No, I think it's a few years. It's like at least 6 months away. So I got plenty of time.
Oh, okay. Well, we better wrap up the show then. You got preparations to make. All right. Thank you, Charlemagne T. Terrible handwriting. Good question. We thank all of you for writing in. Please keep sending money and letters to the PO box. We might read them. We might burn them. Either way.
Mostly burning them.
Either way. Well done, Pants Man. Let's go ahead round the horn and get on out of here as we wrap up Fashion Week. Pants Man, what do you have?
Side of bacon.
Muscle V, what do you got for us?
Why is fashion a thing?
You're telling me this episode didn't answer that question for you?
No,
The reason you got out of the Soviet Union, you're welcome.
I still don't understand it.
Fashion or what I just said?
All.
All right. And for those of you still with us tonight, I want to thank you. We hope to be on again. Who knows? Maybe the hackers will strike. But we think we're shooting again tomorrow. Another lovely drink along episode. We hope you join us. We hope you're drinking with us. Until then, we want to remind you that fashion exists. Try it once in a while. Cod Daddy's out.